everybody. This is Shoot Talking with your host Hector and Schooly Sean over there. With
Son of Sanguli.
oh yeah, son of something, son of a bitch.
You remember Son of Sanguli, right?
I do. I used to watch that all the time.
Rich Coase. A friend of mine
Kaz,
punched him in the face.
Kaz.
I call him Coase. I can call him whatever I want to. He was an asshole.
Well,
So,
he wasn't on asshole when he was on TV, so I don't know what you're
well, you
talking
didn't
about.
know that. You didn't know that. But you
I
remember?
know, I know.
Hold on. There was the club. There's oh man, Lincoln Village was a club over there. Anyway, so me and my
The
friends
China
went to this
Club.
club. No, that's downtown. It was downtown. And Rich Co, we were like put a bunch of money in the, or I didn't. My friend put a bunch of money in the jukebox, and Rich Coase came in there to DJ that night. And I don't know how much money my friend put in there, but Rich Coase pulled the plug out of the machine and started doing his stuff. And my friend was like, "What the hell? I put a bunch of money in there." And he's like, "I don't care. And I got to do my show or whatever." And basically blew him off. And my friend's like, "Well, what the fuck? Give me my money back." And I don't know what that means. Why you're pointing at that? Well, anyways, Rich Coase, Kaz, whatever you want to call him, um, he was just not having any of it. My friend was drunk and got mad and punched him in the face. And we left.
Your friend was disrespectful. It sounds like.
He would not. I don't. He would not pay my friend back for doing that. He should have given the money back to him. I mean, come on, he's got money. He should have at least said, Here's whatever you put in there. I'm sorry I did that," but he didn't. He completely blew him off like it meant nothing.
You know,
It's so weird, these celebrities. They're there to like entertain you, but then they're also just there to get the money. It's not really about entertaining you. So he proved he was pretty much an asshole. I'm gonna
I
put up. Remember what timestamp is this? What it was like 2 minutes in. I want to put up a picture of Rich Coase, Kaz.
Yeah, you do that because he was seemed like a nice guy. I think there's two sides of the story. So we might have to get him on and ask him about that if he remembers that because
Okay.
maybe he got into a lot of fights with people that were being disrespectful.
He pulled the plugs on a lot of people who were listening to music. I can't remember the name of the place. It wasn't there very long, but it was behind Lincoln Village Movie Theater.
I know what you're talking about.
You
It was
do?
called Shadows.
Yeah. Thank you.
I used to go there all the time.
Really? What years? Maybe it was. Well, no, it wouldn't have been because
Uh,
you're younger than I am.
uh, it was like around, I used to go with my friends around 96, 98,
Yeah,
around that time.
early 90. It was probably 90, 91 for us.
Yeah, we used to go there all the time. Like Thursday nights, we used to go there. Um, and yeah, even on the weekends too. But it was cool. Yeah, we used to go. I used to go there with my friend all the time.
Did you ever go to the one that was down Lincoln called Fatches?
No.
There was a teen sort of that nightclub kind of place. My cousin used to go there, but it was called Fatches, which was faces and whatever Italian or something like that. But it
Okay,
was total. It was ridiculous. It was. Ugh.
never,
Anyways,
never
go
heard
ahead.
of it.
Talk about how much you want to suck Rich Cose's dick.
I didn't say nothing
I
like that.
do. You just said do. I do.
I did not say nothing like that. You're the
I'm
one.
gonna go back and I'm gonna highlight that, make it louder.
But stop doing that. Don't mess with me. You know who the hell you talking to with your little fairy.
You're right. Pointing to yeah.
Remember the Bay of Pigs. The Bay of Pigs.
Where's your cigar, Mr. Fidel?
It's too early for that right now. No cigar right now. It's early in the motherfucking morning.
You don't have to smoke it. You just put it in your mouth. Come on. You know
That's
how
right.
that is.
That's why I keep telling these girls all the time too, but that doesn't work. So
Maybe you need to light them on fire. Um, anyways, so we're done with Rich Coase. Are we moving on to that? I guess that was the random portion of
oh,
the
that's
show.
well, that's what you wanted to talk about.
I
That's
forgot
what you
to hit the start.
really.
Yeah. Well, no, on the timer. I mean, we've been recording.
Oh, okay.
So
No, other than that,
you were talking about Borat.
yeah, I saw the sequel last night. It wasn't as funny as the first one, but it had its moments, like in some scene, like he's introducing his daughter in this movie, But man, like I keep saying about Rudy Giuliani, that guy's such an asshole. And, and he's been predicted or whatever in
You know,
certain movies.
you know what you could do is find a screenshot in your cell phone of Rudy, like Google Rudy Giuliani with Borat on your phone and look for a picture and then put it up against the camera. So does that
Yeah,
make sense?
I think it makes some type of sense.
It might be less copyright infringement-ish if you just show it on your phone as opposed to me actually including it in our video, which is what we're trying to do is incorporate like images so you know what the fuck we're talking about, because most of the time we don't know what we're talking about, so we got to back it up somehow. And this is the way to do it. I wonder on here if there's a timestamp thing. Can we put a timestamp on it while we're whoa? All right, yeah, that's not working.
You won't be able to see it, but I guess people will have to watch it. It's on Amazon Prime. They have the first one. If you've never seen the movie, watch the first one. The first one is way funnier. So fucking funny. But this one has some good moments in it and stuff. I liked it. I'm probably gonna end up watching. I didn't get a chance to watch, but I'll probably watch the Terminator one that came out there. The Dark
Talking
Fate.
about Dark Fate, I saw
Yeah.
it. It was dumb.
Well, I figure it's not that great, but I figure
I like Arnold Schwarzenegger in there. It almost seemed like he was playing himself a little bit. It was pretty interesting.
Also, if everybody doesn't know who I'm supposed to be right now, I'm Fidel Castro. Tú no jodes con la gente de la Cuba porque no sabe nada que está haciendo la depresión, libertad. I don't know what the hell I said, but it was something in Spanish.
I don't know what to say. That was we talked about this yesterday.
Fuck you. I'm not trying to do the best accent. As long as it's in Spanish, that's good enough.
Oh, is that what that was?
Yeah.
I'm sorry. I thought it was like a mixture of like you were a mutt or something of accents, which none of them were really on par. So none of them. It was almost alienish. It was very alienish. Try it again. Let's take another take. Let's do another take.
I'm not taking. You can go take a dick. All right.
Oh.
Oh, hold on. My mom's calling me.
Oh man.
¿Qué pasa, ma? Well, yo estaba durmiendo. Es porque eso. I was sleeping.
No, estaba durmiendo, sí, pero está bien.
Okay, entonces.
¿Vas a trabajar hoy?
Hoy no, pues yo estoy cansado.
¿Pero estás bien?
Sí, todo está bien.
Oh, pues yo voy para la iglesia, ¿ok?
Okay, entonces.
Dios te bendiga. Cuídate, ¿ok?
Okay, man. Bye.
Bye.
All right, there we go. That was just my mom making a special appearance. You know.
Should I put her just put her name down, her first name, like when it comes up, or?
Sure.
Okay. What's her name?
Mom.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't call her like you do, mom. Hey, mom.
Is that just short for mommy, or is it just mom? Like the birth name there?
Look, you prick! I said mom. I don't be over there calling mommy like I got like I
like
felt.
I'm mommy. I told her I'm mommy.
Like I felt it and hurt my knee or something, or got picked on by my brother or something, and I want my mom to be there real quickly. No,
yeah.
Not like that. I'm not a pussy. All right, you know, you're so damn loud.
You know, it's funny when you were talking, every time you'd end your sentence, it would go up at the end. It was, I don't know if that's the same way like in English when like there's anyways.
It's a culture thing, okay?
Okay.
Culture thing.
I've never heard anybody else talk like that, but you just like
it's so funny, like I have to adjust this.
Yeah, go get it. You know, you can go to what the fuck is a Burlington factory. They actually have a seamstress.
No, there's a button right here.
Yeah, well, you can't do that, so I think you're going to need a seamstress.
No, it's cool. I just didn't notice that I have to. There we go. That's all I have. I didn't know they had a seamstress in Burlington.
Yeah. I found out when I was
So-
I was looking for a jacket and it wasn't fitting me well. And the woman's like, she was sitting there and she's like, here, this, and that. And she's taking all these measurements. And I'm just like, do I have to pay for this? And she's like, yes. And I'm like, well, I didn't ask for that. You just walked up to me and started
Oh,
doing
do
it.
they charge you for that too?
Oh, yeah.
How much?
I don't know. I didn't ask because I wasn't interested. So, but it just reminded me that you can do that. I don't know if it's any different than if you were to go to like a regular tailor or something like that, but check it out. I mean, I don't know if you
No.
shop there, or if you even
I
have
do.
one.
I went to one when they finally first opened the stores, and that's when I went inside. That there was nothing in the store. Like if it was just like looted or stuff. And I went to the men's section. I swear to God, even for my size, they only had like suits. Like for regular t-shirts, I think I must have saw like there was like maybe 5 or 8 on the rack, and I only found like 2 or 3 that's fit me. So, but yeah, they had nothing. I don't know about now. Maybe now they might have a little bit more. But
And this was when?
when they first started opening the stores that we could shop, when COVID started
So about
a few months ago.
a few months.
Yeah.
Well, stores, I think, weren't they always open? It was just that some of the
No.
like
Well,
restaurants weren't.
Well, you could go to no. This is when they had all the stores closed, where clothing stores. The only thing you could go to was probably to Sam's Club and Walmart or whatever.
Right, exactly. Because I don't remember Walmart closing down.
No, I don't say like this. They had these stores closed, the clothing stores and all that.
Because they're essential. People need clothes, don't they?
You can
I
get
mean,
it at
hello.
Walmart.
Hello. Yeah, exactly. Well, Walmart, I think
I know,
they
but
stayed open because
Burlington.
of
But I know that's what I'm
grocery.
saying. They can stay open, but Burlington is just the clothing store, so there was no point of having that open. It was not a necessity. Just to
Speaking
go
of Walmart, did you know that there's up in Racine, there's actually a Walmart grocery store. It's nothing but a grocery store. I didn't know they had those.
I've
Do you
seen
have
those.
those?
Yes, I think that's nationwide, Sean.
What do you mean nationwide?
That's
Where?
not-
So where do you have one? You've seen one?
Yeah, been out there for a while. They talked about doing that a few years ago. There was
It was
one.
weird.
It was one on Diversey and Clark.
I mean,
I don't know.
was.
I don't know if it's still there or not. But I remember when I used to work around there, I used to go there to shop, and I was like, oh, even the first time I went there, I thought it was just a smaller Walmart store. But then I just realized it wasn't what it is, but it was just all groceries. Because I was trying to find like, oh, maybe they might sell PlayStations here or stuff like that, or electronics. Nope.
No.
It was all groceries, but it's a
No.
small one. Yeah, they
All
got
right.
those.
So done with the random. Cut. Do I sound okay being this far away from the mic? Like you can't see the
I
mic.
can hear
do I?
you. I can
Just
hear
fine?
you. I had to lower the volume because you're fucking loud.
Oh, I'm
Shit.
supposed to raise the volume. Anyways, okay. So next is
Sports that we don't know about.
well, again, you might as well just start because I don't know anything about much sports. So go ahead. We'll do the highlight. You want to do the highlight? How many people know what highlight is? Put up a picture of highlight. Comment back if you know what highlight is because he didn't know what highlight was. That guy over there didn't know.
You were talking about Miller High Life. That's what.
No, it wasn't. Well, we were talking about, but not this. You know what I'm talking about. Don't be like that. Don't be like a little bitch, okay?
You
Just
need to
own
change your
up.
costume.
Own up to your ignorance. Just own up to your ignorance, okay? It's okay. It's okay. No one's going to fault you for it. We're all ignorant to something. I'm ignorant to all the sports. So, okay.
Yeah, because
You didn't know what highlight was.
You don't want to get an antenna. Cheap
And,
ass. I don't watch sports.
An
because I don't
antenna-
want to
wait.
get an antenna.
and
I can't get
antenna.
an antenna. I'm like, come on, Sean. That's the reason
No,
why you
that's a
don't watch
complete and
sports.
total. That's a complete and total opposite story that he's telling now
No,
about the
it's true.
antenna. The antennas
true.
don't work. And if I have to come through this TV Videodrome style and
All-
smack your
all-
ass,
All you had to do was just put it. You ever saw the movie with Mel Gibson when they put the aluminum foil on their heads and stuff with the aliens?
Yes.
That's all you have to do. You'll get a good reception. Just put a fucking antenna around your fucking, aluminum foil around your head, and bam, you get all the stations. Probably some cable channels.
You remember what the movie what that was?
Um,
Who was in it?
the
Joaquin
night,
Phoenix?
the Night of the Living Dead.
No.
Stay
So-
away.
No. Come on. One more chance. One more chance at failure.
Signs.
There you go.
I was gonna say
Good job.
I was gonna say signals.
Oh, whatever. Okay, so sports we don't know. I brought it up. Highlight with one Wolverine claw.
No, I knew what it was. I just didn't know the name of it. I didn't know it was called that. I thought it was called a ball in the big old thing.
Yes,
and you
because
throw
of
it.
Miami Vice.
Yeah. I would go watch that if I was in Florida. If I were to visit Florida, I know I went online once when I was going to go visit and to go watch an event, but I think it was they didn't have it going on at the time. I don't know. I thought it was a yearly thing, but I don't know. But that looks interesting to watch. The one I can never try to pay attention to when it comes to sport is cricket. So confusing on the rules and everything. I try to pay attention to the rules because like soccer is one that took me a while to understand. It's so fucking boring.
You think soccer is boring?
And only if I
You're
will
running
watch
around for what, an hour and a half for
You know what? Because we Americans are so used to watching sports where the score keeps getting higher and higher, running up. Soccer is a little bit different. It's like they don't really score that much. It might be 0-0 or 1-0 most of the time. And the only time I watch it if there's like that popular soccer player, Messi or Cristiano Ronaldo or whatever, because those guys make it exciting because they're always scoring. Every time they're playing, they're always scoring, so they make it exciting. Or if it's a championship game, but watching random soccer, I can't sit there like some of my friends do and watch soccer and get all excited about it or call off work or not go to work because they want to watch a damn soccer game. Kiss my ass. But anyways, cricket is just so confusing. I try to pay attention to the rules. It's so confusing.
Let me ask you a question.
Go ahead, sir.
In the game of football, well, at most sports, there's usually a different point system, right?
Yeah.
Soccer only has 1 point system. You make a goal, it's 1 point.
Mm-hmm.
Baseball, you make a hit, home run or whatever, it's 1 point. And you got somebody on bases, it's 1 point for them if they make. Anyways,
a run.
That's exactly. You got basketball, you can get 2 point shots, 3 point shots. Football, you got 2 point conversion, you got 7-14, that.
Yeah, different scores. Yeah.
Now think about it. What if all the sports only had 1 point system? So do you think football would be as interesting if the point system was limited just as 1 point?
Well, I think it'll still be the same just because of the score. Because like if they just score 1 point, that's going to be disappointing. You have to score a little bit more off. Like what's that one game like rugby, similar to like football, and I think the score points is similar to what you're saying. But I can't. That's another one that I try to pay attention. I would never play rugby.
No, it's a dangerous sport. it's football
physical,
without pads.
I know, that's what I'm saying. Like physical as football as it is, and I love playing football when I was, back in the days. But when I try to pay attention to rugby, I like these motherfuckers are getting hit. And they're like all crowded up and pushing each other. Then someone's underneath grabbing balls and shit and grabbing, oh, I found the big ball. Let me run with it. After I grabbed your nutsack after a few minutes, and then, yeah, it's crazy.
When I worked at the JCC, I met a guy who was ex-rugby. He was an ex-rugby, not semi-professional rugby. He was an American guy, but he played rugby over in England.
Oh, okay.
And the guy was, I want to say at the time he was probably 24 or 25. And he had no sense of pain. Like nothing fazed him. You could punch him in the arm and he wouldn't feel it. You could slap him in the face. He wouldn't feel it. You squeeze parts of his body. He didn't feel it. He was just this fucking machine.
I'm a fucking machine.
Yeah, whatever. But anyways, getting back to the point system, you said that you can't deal with soccer because it's 1 point. It's every so
Well,
often. It's the case with all sports. Nobody wants everybody. Basketball is probably the only sport where people score all the time. Do you agree with me? As far as
yeah,
mainstream sports, they're the highest point in terms of single and double, because you can't include football because it's a big spread between all of the different point systems. But basketball, I would say they score the most points quicker than any other sport. Would you agree?
I guess I have to agree with you, but still, it's a little bit different compared to like that's a faster paced sport where you're scoring because you can score so many points in a few seconds compared to where football it takes like a minute or two or longer to score a few points. Some football games, if they're going like say 20-10, the actual score would have been like 5-3, like a baseball score.
Exactly.
They give you a score like a baseball game and shit.
Right. Exactly. So you don't score a lot. But basketball, you do. Hold on a second.
We got a surprise guess.
It says a gift from Zoom running out of time. ? We've removed the 40-minute time limit on your group meeting. Love it.
Oh, that's the first time.
The
So
first
so
time
so what sport is it that you
I
don't like?
saw your face. What?
What sports that you don't like, or that you don't know about actually?
I guess it might be easier to tell you the ones I don't like, but I don't know most sports. I mean, I know that I've just been
Of course,
talking
you don't
about
have a TV.
all of these different sports that I
You
know
don't have a-
some aspects of them.
You
but
don't
I
have a
couldn't.
TV.
That has nothing to do with it. Or there was a part of my life where I had a television and I had access to sports and I played sports. So it's not about.
We're not going back until when you were a teenager,
No,
okay?
what
You're
I'm
a
talking
fucking
about,
grown
I
man.
think what you're misunderstanding is when it comes to sports is I don't watch them. I don't know enough about them to have a conversation. You're like this person from this team or that person from this team is better at this because of that particular reason than this, and I don't know.
You're stubborn. You choose not to
Choose not to
follow.
what? Go out to get to a bar and watch sports?
It has nothing to do with it.
Where else am I going to watch sports?
Listen, can I answer your damn question, okay?
Okay.
And I keep telling you before, I don't go to fucking bars to watch a sports game. If I go there, it's just because I like the environment of watching it at a bar or anything
You're
like that.
missing the point. Fuck
Listen,
It's 10 minutes.
I'm trying to get to my point, okay?
You got
47
seconds.
All right, if you shut the hell up, the whole point is that I can watch it on TV. I can follow it up on my phone. I can do whatever. I still follow, even if I don't watch the game, I can still follow it through newspaper or through my phone. You choose not to. All right.
What are you even talking about? How is that watching the game?
It doesn't. At least you're keeping up with it.
I don't care about that. That's not the point. I don't want to
Then
know
that
about
means
these
you're
games.
not a
It's for this
fan.
podcast. I'm not interested in learning about this stuff. I'm just interested in
Listen.
watching a particular game and going, hey, I
You
like that when
don't,
that happened.
But you don't do that.
No, because I can't. You don't
You're not a fan.
understand, and you want to convince me that we
Look,
want
don't
to
get
do
emotional.
a cast about sports. But what
Don't get
I'm
emotional.
well, yeah, I am very emotional. Isn't that what this cast is about? Being emotional?
I didn't say no. It's shit talking.
Yeah, and we got emotion behind the shit that we talk.
Your mom's calling you? So you never told me what sport is it that you don't
We're
know
done.
about?
That's it. That was 10 minutes.
No, it's
We're moving
not.
on.
It was 15.
No. We went over the beginning because your mom called.
You didn't even answer the question.
What do you mean I didn't answer the question?
What
I don't
sport
want
is it you
to. I don't want to follow it through my phone. I want to watch it.
Listen, you didn't answer the question. The whole point is what sport do you don't know about? You didn't even answer that question.
I told you there's so many of them. Where do we begin?
You
We had
didn't answer
47
one.
seconds.
You didn't answer that. This ain't one sport.
If I don't know it, then how am I supposed to tell you which one it is?
Really?
Yeah, I mean,
I
think
came
about
up.
it.
I came up with like two.
What were they?
I told you was cricket.
Yeah, and I know about that sport. I don't care about it.
You don't know the rules of it, do you?
I don't care about it.
It doesn't make a difference. I don't care about a lot of sports, and I love watching sports, but I try to pay attention about it.
And what was the other one?
Well, Well, I was gonna say rugby.
No, rugby's awesome. You're
It
just
is.
afraid of it.
I'm afraid of it, but no, I just don't want to get hurt. I'll play it. I just don't want to get hurt. But it's just like playing football.
So that's called tag. You want to play tag?
You're actually, nah, I wouldn't do that.
He doesn't want to play. He wants to play tag.
I just don't.
Tag
You know what?
it.
It's just like if I'm playing a sport with somebody, like when I used to play football in the streets with some friends, we didn't play with pads or anything. So, but most of them used to get scared to play against me because they know I would hurt them. So most of the time they'll fall down quickly, or they will take the hit. So that is no different from rugby, but then there'll be times where if you watch a football game and you see how a guy gets hit, I'm like, damn, lucky he has a damn helmet or shoulder pads because the way that guy hit him, that could have been really deadly hit, or horrendous or something.
So quick story about this. I was playing football with some friends of mine by my house, and I accidentally broke my friend's arm. And we
I
had
did
to take
that too.
What's that?
I did
Right
that
here.
too.
Broke your friend's arm playing football?
He was I used to play for a little league, not a little league, but I played for a league at the boys club,
Yeah.
and he was on the other team, and he's a twin, so he was a quarterback. All I did was I was chasing him because he was running the ball, and I pushed him out of bounds, and supposedly that ended up breaking his arm.
But you had people around. You had they were adults around, right?
Well, this was a league. So
Exactly.
Yeah.
No, we were in a park, and there was nobody. We had to take this guy over to a drugstore and find out what we should do in order to get him, because his arm was literally bent at 90 degrees. It was
Drugstore? Why did you go to the
ridiculous.
drugstore? Why you didn't
Because
go
that
to
was the only
hospital?
place that we knew where to go. That's the only place that was around
What?
us. So we thought that we were young. What do we know? It was like
Hospital?
we're 18.
I
We didn't know what to do. How do we get to the hospital? We don't drive, none of us. So we
Calm
went to the
down.
closest place. We took him in, and he's like, "Well, I don't know what to do." What?
You could have called on your cell phone.
Wow.
Hello. How immature and dumb are you guys back in the days? You act like you was in the days of Stand By Me or something like that.
You had a cell phone in 1989?
Oh, that's when it happened? I didn't know you
Yeah,
were
I
that
told
old.
you we were like 18. We were teenagers.
There were cell phones back then. It just was
In
expensive.
1980, yeah, like a kid in 1989 is going to have a cell phone on him.
And
And
they
then my
had
buddy's
cell
going to
phones-
have
They
the
had cell
big
phones in
brick, the
cars.
gray brick that was this big.
It's because you wasn't a drug dealer. That's why. Only drug dealers would have cell phones back then.
Actually, that's
Oh.
very true.
Or if you was working in the stock market, those are the only ones that actually had cell phones.
Those are the people that I knew were drug dealers that had cell phones. My mom used to date
I used
these
to have
guys.
I used to have to go to the payphone, and that would be like, I think I saw one the other day, but they didn't have the.
A working payphone?
No, it was just the phone thing, but didn't have the phone, just the whole thing.
Maybe those existed anymore.
I think they got rid of them in a lot of certain cities, like in Vegas, they got rid of them. In New York, I think they finally got rid of all the payphones that they were out there. And so,
I wonder why. There's still need for,
I guess
maybe it's because of
COVID.
COVID.
No, that was way before that. It's just because the necessity of having a payphone, which is, I guess, either taking up space or there's other ways of trying to communicate with people. Like, like in the Borat movie, instead of him he was trying to talk to a friend back to his other country, so he goes to like a UPS, FedEx store or whatever. So he uses the fax machine. So he's like, type the word sup. So he's like SUP. And then the other guy sends him a message. Hey, what's up? So they're going back and forth, doing to the fax machine, talking. Like, hey, did you get to do this? Oh, we're going to kill you when you come back to the country. Stuff like that. So the guy that's sending the fax is reading back of everything and writing and everything. It's so funny. But anyways, since you couldn't think of any sports that you don't know shit about, whatever, Sean, do your damn diligence.
I'm sorry. Well, let me see. I didn't get our topics until this morning, right before the show started.
It only takes a second.
Yeah, okay. No, it doesn't take a second. Maybe for you, because you've got this.
You could have made up anything. You could have said motocross. You could have said something else.
I didn't think of it.
Well,
There you go. There's just too much out there. Like I think about
do
all
your
the
job.
different sports that exist in other countries that we don't know about. In
Like-
little tiny countries.
Well,
You
then,
know,
well,
Weird. How
then-
about like sex games? Water
So-
sports.
So the next topic is Halloween. Ho! I was gonna say ho ho ho. I don't know why. So we're gonna
Mr.
find out.
Fidel Castro.
No, jode conmigo porque you're putting me finger up your ass.
I think I'm John Candy. That's who I think I am right now. That's who my Halloween costume is John
No,
Candy.
you just look like a damn. Like you're transitioning. For what reason? I don't know if you're trying that you. This is what it was. That you was a man that was turning to a woman, but then you realized you made a mistake, so now you're trying to go back to a man. So that's what you're transitioning twice.
Sometimes I wonder about people who do that if they care about the way they actually look. It doesn't really matter that they are pretty or ugly. All that matters is them becoming the other person, the male or the female that they truly feel that they are on the inside. And I think about that because they showed a picture of Caitlyn Jenner the other day, and she's just butt ugly. I mean, she's
Sure,
really butt ugly.
You wouldn't hit that.
And I'm just thinking,
You
it's
got
like,
money?
why would you? I mean, I don't think he was an attractive man to begin with, and then transition over to a woman. Or you look at Lana and what's his name, Wachowski, the Wachowski brothers. They're ugly women. They really are. So I don't think it really matters what you look like when you transition. I think it's just how you feel in the inside.
So is that what you're trying to say, that you're pretty inside and ugly out? Oh, I already knew that. I could have told you that, Sean.
So if I want to transition, I'm going to. All right, I'm fine. I'm saying it right now. This is my way of starting the process.
Well, at least
in
we
the
don't
world.
have. At least we don't have to change your name because Sean could go as a woman's name too. And
Exactly.
so-
Thank you for being optimistic about it. That's. I applaud you. I really thought you'd go the opposite direction.
No, you went the opposite way.
I wouldn't say becoming a woman is being the opposite. And by the way, I believe this, and I don't care if you don't believe it or anybody listening, but I think that women are the superior species.
Kiss ass. Quit kissing
Yep.
ass.
I completely believe it. I can give you so many reasons why I think it is, or enough reasons to why I think it is. And see, look, you're looking like a woman. Oh man, that's bad because men do that too. Shouldn't have said that. I hope I didn't offend
Bay of
anybody
Pigs.
that's out there. You made me forget what I was saying, man. Thank you for doing that.
So what's up with what is it? So what's your favorite Halloween movie?
Halloween. John Carpenter.
Oh, really?
Yes. And it's scary. It's psychologically scary. There's no blood in the movie, which is great. I don't like a lot of blood and gore and stuff like that. It's just it's an amazing movie.
I know that's one of my favorites too. I could watch that.
Only like the sequel, Halloween 2. I don't like the rest except for Halloween 3, which is not technically a sequel. It's a re-envisioning of Halloween like genre.
It just, you know what? I think it was that they were thirsty to bring out another Halloween movie, and I don't know if this guy was interested or they just didn't have. They just decided to come out with something, and that is so messed up. And it's so messed up that you still have your fucking ringer, fucking answer your phone.
No, it's not. It was the timer, fucking asshole. No, asshole, about Halloween 3. No, it was John Carpenter that made he didn't direct it, but he gave the approval. He wanted to create an anthology series where it was different stories every time
sucked.
following the whole Halloween premise.
I think I saw it again finally, like maybe a couple years ago. Let me watch this. It's been a while since I watched this. No, Wasn't all that
It's still
great.
it still freaks me out when they have the pumpkins on and they're watching 3 more days till Halloween,
I
Halloween,
know,
Halloween, and all the stakes come out of their fucking head.
but that was the only thing that was like
Yeah,
creepy watching the
that's
trailer
it.
of. But other than that, the rest of the movie is so stupid.
How about the android that rips the guy's head off? He
Yeah,
just pulls his head right off his body.
yeah, it's crazy.
That's pretty much about it. I
And it's
mean,
so funny, like how you can convince everybody to buy the same Halloween costume, so they can watch it on TV and have they go, oh, you know, like no.
it wasn't the costume. It was the
Well, I know about the same
mask.
the
There were
mask,
different
whatever.
masks. There were different masks. It wasn't just
I
a
know about
pumpkin.
the same, but it's like everybody had to get like convince everybody or whatever end up having it. So then they had to watch that stupid commercial or whatever. And if they, then
There was a reason for that.
I know that, but I'm just saying that this what I'm trying to explain, sir, is just that you can convince everybody to fucking buy the same thing for a costume.
No, I know that's the whole point. That was the whole point. Is at that
Yeah.
time and earlier, there was only one company that made costumes, and it was like Don Post or whatever it was.
Don Julio?
He made all the like if you went into somewhere to buy a costume, it was made by that guy. Everybody had to buy his costume unless you're rich and you had your own
What are you
costumes
talking
made.
about? Back then?
Yeah, when the movie came out, that's how the world bought
Oh.
costumes.
Oh,
Is it was
okay.
made by all the costumes when you went into whatever stores, they were made by one company. So you had no choice but to buy their costumes. And they
Did not know
incorporated
that.
that into the movie is that everybody's going to have, because we're the only one who make them. So everybody's going to have to buy it and everybody's going to watch our commercial.
Well, my movie that
So you learned something new, didn't you?
Scary. No, I didn't learn anything because I didn't give a shit about that when I was a kid.
Well, you didn't realize it, and I didn't realize it either. But those
I didn't realize it
famous
because
masks,
I couldn't afford a fucking costume when I was a kid. So I had to paint my face.
they were cheap. That's why they were like everywhere. Is because they were dirt cheap. You don't remember? I'm gonna find a picture of what I'm talking about.
You can go and find the pictures, and I bet you I can find pictures of me not having a Halloween costume. But they were so cheap. Whatever. Anyways, you go look for that. But my favorite scary Halloween movie, if you call it a Halloween movie, but I think it's more of a scary movie, is The Exorcist.
Yeah, well, yeah.
I used to
watches
have
that around Halloween.
I used to have nightmares. One
About-
time when I first saw it, I couldn't sleep because I thought she would come underneath my bed and then try to kill me because that bitch was scary.
Should crawl down the stairs backward, or
Yeah,
upside down like a spider.
It's just so scary. And when she's stabbing her pussy and everything and all that stuff. Oh no!
You must have watched that later on in life.
I was a kid when I saw that. I'm trying to think, like maybe 10 years old or something like that. I don't know.
With her stabbing herself with the pussy, I thought they didn't add that until later.
I don't know, but I never seen that. Maybe it was on cable or some shit. I don't know, but I saw that part. I was like, what the fuck? It was hard to get good scary movies nowadays to scare the shit out of me. Like I can't watch Psycho. Psycho, I don't think is that scary. It's just sick. I used to watch like there was this one, The Day of the Dead or The Day of the Living Dead. Is that the one?
Night of the Living Dead?
No, there was one called The Day of the Dead or something. I think it was probably by the same guy, but they were in a mall.
That's Zack Snyder's Dawn of the Dead.
You're not listening to me. This movie was based like in the 90s or something, but they were in a mall. I guess they were like either cops or something like that, or something happened, so they end up having to stay in a mall and fight some of these zombies and block themselves off or something like that. It was called Day of the Dead or something like that, or something. It was one of those. It was a zombie movie, but I remember where they were stuck into a building and they decided they had to leave out and they snuck out, and I guess there was it a helicopter that came and got them or something like that? Where they had to sneak out of this mall.
Who was in it?
Nobody that I remember. I can't remember that shit. But I know there was a white chick and a black guy. I think they were the last survivors or something like that.
That does sound familiar.
Yeah, it was older movie, but they were stuck in a mall. That's all I remember. They had like a gun shop in there, so at least they had the guns and everything, and so. But yeah, that's what I remember. Other scary movies. You know.
Yeah, that's not as scary. That doesn't sound
No, no,
scary.
but I'm the same. But I remember that movie and everything. Oh, there was this one. I don't think it was scary. It's because I just don't like rats. Was a rat movie. I don't know if it was called Rats, but it was just watching it now or thinking about it now is like it was a town that was like infested with rats, but these rats were like huge, real big rats, like not like this, but like huge. So, you had to run away. And it was funny how if you watch, pay attention to the special effects, or if it was any special effects, it's like they just using a picture of a big rat, even though it's small, but like how they make it look like it's a real huge one. So
Who was in it?
no, nobody that I know of. It's not. It's just really. It's been so long, I can't remember. It might be somebody famous, but I can't remember. It was so long ago. But then at the end of the movie, Sean, this is so funny. So this group of people, that the last survivors, they're confronted by these people wearing masks and stuff. How like in hazmat costumes or whatever. You can't see their face. So they were like so happy, like, oh, they killed all these other rats that was about to kill us. So this person take off the helmet. It was a fucking rat. Then the movie ends. Like, what the fuck? Like, what the? It was after finding, but it was like, what the hell? He takes off helmet. And it was a fucking rat person. I'm like, what?
You're sure that wasn't a comedy, not a Halloween
No.
scary movie?
No, trust me, I haven't seen it because I don't like. Was it? I don't know. I have to look for the title of that one, but yeah.
Yeah, look for the other one too, because I know what you're talking about. I know as soon as you said it, a white girl and a black guy, I immediately remembered something similar to that. But I think that was earlier than the 90s.
No, I remember. I think it was probably early '90s, probably, but I have to look it up. But I used to watch a lot of dumbass, like scary movies that when you watch it, you're like, oh my god. Some of it was just like you watch because it was so funny, even though it was trying to be serious, but the bad acting, the bad special effects, and bad everything else.
You like any of the Friday the 13th movies?
Um, yeah, I like the first few. I guess his face fit the character really well. And I guess when they try to redo it again with a different actor, I didn't do too well, and I guess it didn't really convince a lot of people that they liked the new guy, so they rather just keep him. But
Wait, what are you talking? When are you talking about?
when they did another Nightmare movie with a different actor,
No,
playing
Friday
Freddy.
Friday the 13th.
Oh, I'm thinking of Nightmare on Elm
I think
Street.
you're Freddy. Yeah, Nightmare on Elm Street. And yes, no, I
Uh,
agree with you. I agree with you on that.
um, the earlier ones, because I think they tend to be more scarier. It shows how stupid white people are when they're in a fucking forest. Like, come on, let's go over here. Like, bitch, I'm not going nowhere. Either we go back here and fuck or we're leaving.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. It was
'Cause
sex
that's-
movies.
Yeah, because that's all they did. And then you'd be like, but she's there
No.
undressing. No, but she's up there dressing. This is like I remember, like she's there undressing, and then, Bobby, is that you, Bobby?
That's what happened to Kevin Bacon.
And then he's just there breathing all heavy, and then she goes to look for him, and he's gone. And then a few seconds later, boom, she goes back, take a shower. She's already dead.
But it's a good thing that you don't make these movies because that was not horrifying in any way. But Kevin
It's not
Bacon,
horrifying, but it's just that's what happens.
Kevin Bacon was in the first one, and he got like he was lying on a bed and what's his name shoved a crowbar or something through the bottom of the bed through his chest. That's how he died.
Oh, really?
But the first one and the third one I like. The rest of them,
Oh, when he was in New York, in Manhattan.
No, I didn't. I thought that was stupid. I really thought that
Oh,
was
no.
when he was the boxer and he boxed that guy's head off his body.
Oh no, the one in space is stupid.
Oh God, I don't. How many of them? There's like 13 of them. I think they've made. I think.
And there might be another one.
All right. Well, that's it.
Did you
folks.
have a? Did you even? Oh, okay, well,
We got to wrap it up, man.
wrap it up. This was not a scary Halloween, but
I tried to look scary. I guess my John Candy costume didn't work, and then his Fidel
what
Castro.
John-
He's in no way intimidating, especially with those 3D glasses on. No cigar. He's totally. I think he's a fake. I think that's a fake Fidel Castro.
Go fuck yourself.
So yeah, thanks for don't forget to like, please, and subscribe. Even if you don't like us, don't give us a thumbs down. Just like us anyways. I mean, for us, do it for us. I mean, if you hate us, and then subscribe, and then we'll put like the little bubbles from our previous episodes above there too. And once again,
Make sure that you don't eat all the
Fidel?
damn candies. Let me expect the candies. If anyone's going Halloween trick or treating, I'll come by and expect the candies
and your
make
children.
sure that, and if they're not edible, this gentleman here will make sure to try it.
Wants to make sure your children are edible.
Yeah. So what? I'm not eating no damn kids.
That's what you said.
I said candy.
Oh yeah.
Fucking sick bastard.
That's your code word.
You know what? You don't look shit like John Candy.
Candy and kid sound very close. Kid.
John Candy, look at you.
Oh, you got me. He's actually collecting candy for me. And they're all gonna look like gummy bears. So I could be encased in like gummy goop, whatever a gummy bear, which I found out, one of the ingredients in gummy bears is carnauba wax. This is shit you wax your car with. That's some fucked up shit.
See, and all that shit that you threw up, you could have just put that and waxed your damn car.
Now, wax on, wax off, wax on, wax off. All right, everybody. Thanks. We'll see you next week. I'll try to have this out pretty quick. And peace.
In the Middle East.